We are live.
The stream is live.
We are live. Okay, let me share. Let me share.
The stream is live.
We are live.
Yeah, I think he likes the fact too that I'm currently hooping and he's hooping. So he sees me at a higher level. And most trainers and coaches, they're just pointing and telling you what to do. They ain't doing the drills with you. So I'm actually doing it with him.
Oh, yeah.
So he's like,
Yeah.
but I told him he's the only one that's getting this. So we working together.
That's like
Everybody else, I'm
coaches.
just
That's like coaches that be on the sideline and watch you do, and that's fine, but out of shape coaches.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
If you can't get in the field, right? Like what can you tell me?
Well, you know what? I guess they feel like they don't have to. They're the coach. Okay, I need to put in on my journey. If you guys are from the join the journey, you got to catch me on the page, on my personal page. It didn't work out like I wanted it to. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. Where are you at, Javon?
I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Hello, Javon. Coach Vaughn. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Wonderful. I am doing wonderful, and I am trying to let my Join the Journey group know that I am not on Join the Journey live. If you guys are watching, please share. Please share on my personal page. Come to my personal page. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started.
My bad.
Why? Okay. Vaughn Williams, Javon Williams, certified personal coach. Out of
Trainer.
all trainer. Well, you've been like my personal accountability coach for a long time. I got to get that like coach out of my head. What is a personal trainer?
That's a good question, actually. I think I more so think a personal trainer is more, people come in the gym and don't have the knowledge, don't want to, do the hard work and research what they have to do in there. So, personal trainer, you go to the gym or you go anywhere, a personal trainer can help you get the knowledge on what you need to know to execute your goals and get what you want to get out of your training and motivation too. Everybody don't have that instinct, so you might need an extra push. Everybody needs an extra push. Everybody. So I feel like that's what personal trainers are there for: information and motivation. That's just my opinion, though.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of personal trainers out of all of the careers that you could have chosen. You're an athlete first. Why personal trainer?
It's a lot of BS out there. I'm gonna say that first. So I'm gonna
In
start with
that
there. It's a
area?
lot of yes. It's a lot of BS out there. Use your imagination with BS for it, whatever you want to do. But a lot of misleading information. And I just want people to get the right thing, the right straightforward. I don't want to skip things. I want to get straight to the point and tell you exactly what you need to do to succeed and whatever goal you need to accomplish or want to accomplish. So I feel like I'm doing personal training because I would want somebody to, if I was to get a personal trainer, I would want it straight, cutthroat, raw, straight to the point. Tell me what I need to do, get on my butt, keep me in shape, keep me going. And I see doing that to other people, helping them out. So, that's why I chose that route. because they need
So
more.
what?
They need. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
They need more realness in the fitness industry because everybody out here just playing around. I feel like.
Playing around or showboating
Yeah,
themselves
doing it
or
for the gram and stuff like that, which
yeah,
is fine,
yeah.
because you gotta put yourself out there, but you know,
Making
you can't
money.
straddle the fence. Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
it's a lot of personal trainers out there. It's a lot of fitness coaches. It seems like it's
It's
a
never ending.
wave. Yes. So what sets your uh, training apart from all the many other ones out there? What makes yours special? How do you set it apart from all the others? Talk about
The work,
talk about
the
your
the way I handle it with my clients is the work is straight to the point. You can't evade it. You can't skip it. You can't run from it. I'm not gonna let you cut corners and teach yourself. I'm gonna make sure you're getting every rep in, every second in, every run in, and sometimes I might be doing it out there with you. A lot of personal trainers, they're not working with you, and I know I can't work out with every trainer, but I mean every client. However, the presence matters for sure. So I feel like I have the presence, I have the motivation, the consistency. I stay on you every day. I'm gonna stay on you every day, and this is what I live and breathe. So I wake up thinking, let's get better. So if I can give that to somebody else, that's good right there.
you
Oh,
know what, and that is you. It's been you for as long as I have known you. You have always had a sense of can do attitude about you. And it's natural for you. You don't have to think about it. It's natural. It's something that you live and breathe. It is truly a lifestyle. And I think, I don't know, you played basketball, you played football, you started off with soccer. So you have that athleticism in you. How far did you want to go in sports?
I never really had hoop dreams or league dreams or any. I never, as a child, I never dreamed of going to the NFL or the NBA or anything like that. It was in my head, of course. Any young black male running around in the streets gonna think, maybe I can, make it to the league, make it to the NFL, NBA. But I never really had that thought process in my head. But I did want to get better in everything I did, no matter what I did. So
Yeah.
I guess that translates into day to day also. I didn't have hoop dreams or league dreams, but I wanted to get better every day. So the opportunities, the limits, it's there's no roof for real of what you can accomplish if you just get better every day.
And you were a small frame. You had a small frame. And as you got older and started working out, I mean, it was hard getting used to seeing you with all that muscle on your body. But then when you went to another level in basketball, you had to lose some of that weight in order to run up and down the court, have that agility, you know? So to watch you transform your body like that, and anybody can do that. Anybody can
Literally.
transform their body. But what motivates you? What makes you get up every day and work out?
At this moment in life right now, age. Age
Age?
is age is what's motivating me right now. Cause everybody think at 29, I'm gonna be 30 this year. They think that's when it slows down, but I feel like I'm speeding up. So that's that's one motivation. That's one thing that's motivating me right now, just to beat the odds and show people that just because you're getting up there in age, whatever age you are, it doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter. Age is just a number. It's just a number, literally a number to tell you
It
how
really
old you are and how long
is.
you've been. It doesn't mean nothing. And my children also, man, I have three boys, so them seeing me work out and stay healthy is going to trickle down. It's a snowball effect. It's going to trickle down. They're going to see it. they already doing push-ups and sit-ups and running sprints all over the house. I gotta tell them to stop. So so
They
yeah,
don't
it's
have a
just
choice.
yeah,
They
it's
fall
just
like
beating the
me.
odd. It's just beating the odds, really, man. You could do whatever you want to do, and I started kind of late in my career, but it doesn't mean anything. The sky is the limit. It doesn't matter.
And it happened when it was supposed to happen.
Exactly,
It happened when it
exactly.
was supposed to happen. So, what would you say to someone who they hear you talking about what motivates you? Everyone has a different motivation or a different goal. It might be losing weight, it might be to get fit, it might be to be able to run a mile or maybe a marathon. What is it that they need to stay on course?
The want. You
The
can
want.
say you can say what you want to do over and over again, but until you physically get up and be like, "Damn, I really want to do this." Shout out to Tom P right there. That's his picture. He got
Yeah, that was a
another.
little mistake, but I gotta show it. I gotta show.
Shout out to Tom. Shout out to Tom P, man. Another certified. That's my bro, man. We got it. We got this together, man. So we doing this together, man. We gon'
Yes,
we gonna pop
congratulations
out
to you,
soon.
Tommy. Congratulations
Yeah,
to
for
you,
sure.
Tommy. So,
But yeah, go ahead.
no, you go ahead. Finish what you were
You
saying.
got you got to have the want for sure. If you don't have no wants, no reason for why you doing it,
Your
it's gonna be
why.
rough. Yeah,
Your
it's
why.
definitely it's gonna be rough.
And you know what I remember
My why is
telling
my
you
boss.
when I was working out at the house, and I was like, I think I want to join the gym. And then it's like, okay, I don't feel like going to the gym. Mama, you don't want it. You don't want it. But
You
every
don't.
day, I didn't want it like you wanted it. I didn't want it that bad. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to go to the gym. It depends on what your goals are right now. I like going to the gym, but it was getting there, leaving the house. And in the winter, the weather didn't stop you. It didn't matter what was going on. You raining, you went to the gym. I'm not going out there in that rain when I can do something at home. So
You right.
and
You
driving
don't have
20
to.
minutes to get to the gym. So I guess you
You
see
don't
why
have
I
to.
wanted that.
And I and I tell people all the time, you do not have to even step foot in a gym to accomplish the goals that you want to accomplish. You don't have to step foot. You don't have to pay no money. You don't have to do anything. You could start literally tomorrow with the stuff that's in your house and
Yeah,
get right.
yeah,
It's literally that easy. You don't have to step foot in the gym. I like going to the gym. Look, see there?
yeah.
Simple stuff like that. That's probably like what, $10 right there. And that will change your whole life in about 2, 3 weeks if you stay consistent with it.
And this is probably 15 years old. And
Yes. It
now it
doesn't.
don't look new because I didn't use it. I use it. I use it. So what is this called, Javon, and how can people use this, and what will it do for you?
I don't know the top of my head what's that called, but I call it a band. It's
Yeah, they
all they
call it
all
a band.
bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all bands. But you could put that on your feet, do tricep raises with that, shoulder raises. You can, you know, a lot. You with that one band right there, you could do so many exercises right there with that thing. It's crazy. It's people don't even know, like people don't even brace the surface, man, because the fitness road is limitless. If the roof is off, you can do whatever you want to with that one little band right there. Legs, arms, you can do a whole workout with that thing. So people don't know, like, it
Okay.
don't you don't have to be physically in a gym.
Right.
You could literally do this in your room, your bedroom, your living room, outside in the front yard, wherever. So I just try to get people to know that you don't need a gym, you just need to want.
Where would they start, Javon? They're listening to you now, or they've been contemplating, oh, I got to get to the gym. I got to get to the gym, or I got to do something. What's a good starting point, regardless of what your goals are?
Start drinking only water and start walking for at least 30 minutes a day.
Wow.
That's it. You start, say you wanted to start on Monday. I tell people to start the next day. I always tell people to start the next day. But say you wanted to start on Monday, all you gotta do is walk for 30 minutes. Drink nothing but water.
Say
Your body itself.
that again. Say that again.
Water, literally, only water and walking. You don't have to do nothing else. You can do that for the rest of your life, actually, and you will be straight. 30 minutes out of your day. People spend hours on the phone scrolling, but can't walk for 30 minutes, and
Oh Lord.
don't want to drink no water. Water is almost what 70, 80%. I'm not on top of your head, but 70, 80% of your body. So if you ain't
More
putting
than
water
that,
in
I
your system,
believe. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
we
When
need
you and when you sweat, it's water. You need to replenish
exactly.
that. You know, when you cry, it's what you got to. It's just it is a high percentage of water. And if they can't walk for 30 minutes, you said walk to the mailbox. Walk to the mailbox because some people really aren't physically able. You
You're right.
know, I remember what's the guy's name? Titus Unlimited. I remember when I was working with Titus on a project. He was saying some people will get up and feel like they got to go to the gym and they're overweight. They're not in shape to even get in the gym and use those heavy machines. They need to get their body physically prepared for
Mm-hmm.
that. So, like you said, just walk and drink water, condition your body first. But that water thing, especially this summer, the heat and everything, people popping sodas and
Oh my
oh my
goodness.
gosh, oh my gosh. But they don't know. If you don't know, you don't know.
They don't know. You're right. If you don't know, you don't know. For real. You
Well,
don't know. You don't know.
if they're listening to this, now they know. Now they know. Okay,
You
so
know,
go ahead.
I'm all for a little cup of juice or Gatorade here and there. That's why I give myself one day out the week for real. Just do what I want to do. Go hard all week. Do what you want to do on Saturday and reset Sunday and get back to it. I feel like that's the only way to balance. You know,
And
everybody
some
want to eat
some
good.
trainers don't believe in cheat days. They call them cheat
Some
days.
trainers, some trainers so strict they ain't eat nothing but water and just nothing, straight whatever, straight diet. I'm
Yeah.
all for that for sure. Do what you want to do, but if I was telling you somebody who wants to get in the gym but don't want to really cut out the food, don't cut it out. Just cut it off, cut it down,
Cut it
limit it
down.
to one day. Pick a day out
Cut
of a
back.
week where you just want to. Yeah, cutting back is just as good as cutting it off, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's a step forward. It's a step
Exactly.
forward. Now, I know when we were roommates, you fasted 24 hours once a week. What was your purpose for that? And why is fasting important?
Mm, I just started getting into fasting, and it was more for me. It was more of a mental edge, knowing that I can accomplish something that I wouldn't say 100% against, but it would be difficult for me because I love to eat. I love to eat. I love good food. I love to stay in the kitchen. I love to grill. So fasting for me was putting something else into my bag. Adding it in there. Okay, he's fasting. You can go. You're proving to yourself that you can go along, however, however long you choose to do the fast. You prove to yourself that you could beat yourself. That's really because when you fast, it's really you versus you. Honestly, nobody else. It's all in your head.
Yeah,
So
you're
the
right.
first those first few times it was rough because man, I would without flinching put something in my mouth without even flinching, without even thinking of that. Like, man, I'm fasting. I shouldn't be eating this. But sometimes I'll break my fast by just putting something in my mouth without even knowing that I'm putting something in my mouth, and then my fast is broken. Only like 12, 14 hours in, and I'm like, okay. But completing the fast gives you a mental edge. It cleans out your system off of 24 hours or just 24 hours alone. People fast for 48, 72 hours and sometimes a week, sometimes longer than that. So I know the effects of it is positive because after 24 hours, that's the longest I've done. You cleaning out your system. You're gonna go poop. You're gonna poop it all out. It's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be real. You're gonna see it. Everything that was in your body that was just soaking up in there that's not good come out of you. So just that's because everybody ain't fasting. So that's just knowing the mental edge of giving it above, getting ahead of my peers. Everybody
Yeah,
ain't fasting. Just doing the hard stuff. Doing the hard
yeah.
stuff makes the rest of your life easier, I think.
It really does. It really does. And the less food your body has in it, the better position it is to heal itself. We're
Exactly.
so
We don't
used
need
to eating.
we don't. We don't need to eat 3 times a day. We don't.
Say that again. Say it again, because they don't hear
We don't.
me.
We don't need to eat 3 times a day.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So true. So true. Um, Hi, Ashley, and thank you for tuning in. She says, I've definitely gotten stronger after years of fasting and praying. Definitely.
Definitely. Sh-
Fasting is,
Shout
and
out
most
to
people,
shout out to Ashley.
yeah. And most people don't know that when you go to bed at night, your body enters a state of fasting. So
Exactly.
some people think it's a spiritual fast, physical fast. You know what I'm saying? People fast for different
Mm-hmm.
reasons. But when you go to sleep, that last thing that you put in your mouth, your body is in a fasting stage until the next
Mm-hmm.
thing you put in your mouth that next morning. So I like
Mm-hmm.
to, they say fasting for 18 hours or whatever, but I will eat fruit until around 11, 12, sometimes 1 or 2 o'clock, depending on what I'm doing. So the longer your body is in a fasting stage, the better it is for your body. Now, we've talked about some of those things. I want to talk about your business, your training business that you started. First of all, let's talk about that. Okay, wait a minute. We got to address this first. She says, but I'd be hungry. Now, Javon, you said I love to eat. I love to eat. Javon, I love to eat too. I love to eat too. I want to eat right now, and I'm not even hungry, but I'm not going to. I
We trying
ate.
to figure out what we gonna eat for dinner right now at this very moment. The boys already ate. Me and April trying to see what we finna eat right now.
Oh my God. It's almost like, I don't know, it's like my favorite thing to do is to eat, but I'm trying to be more disciplined and just not eat just because for the sake of eating. But I love food. And people will look at my frame and say, oh, you don't like to eat. Yes, I do, but I exercise, and what I do eat, I'm eating 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I'm eating something clean, something my body can benefit from. But let's go back to your business. So you started your fitness, yes, your personal training business. And I just have to show because I love it, I love it, I love it. Yes.
That's nice right
Talk
there.
about it. Talk about it.
Off the leash, man. I feel like there ain't enough dogs out there. So as a dog, I'm finna get these puppies out here that want to get off the leash. Don't want to unleash their full potential. That want to grow. That want to become just out here. Just beaming with energy. Just beaming with fitness. Just beaming with greatness out here. So I chose off the leash because you know you got to be a dog out here in life. You can't just let. And this is just not just fitness. This is life. You got to be a dog out here. You
Okay.
can't let people
Okay.
can't let people run
Okay.
over you. You got to stand for something. So
I like
firsthand
that.
how I am on the court. I don't back down for nothing. I'm gonna run my
You
mouth. I'm
do
gonna talk
not.
trash. I'm a dog. So I feel like I've been placed in a position to give that to others that may need to know, you know, how it feels to be a dog. And there's nothing else around it. That's why I chose off the leash. You either gonna be a dog or you're gonna be a puppy. It's really simple as that. And there's nothing wrong with being a puppy. But just know if you want to get something in life, if you want to accomplish anything that you want to get, you can't straddle the fence. You have to be a dog. You have to go get it. Dog out. So get off the leash. The leash is holding you back. Get off the leash and go get what the hell you want. Simple as that. Nothing
I
else around
love
it.
it. I love
And I
it.
put I put built off scraps because
I like
I
that.
didn't co- I didn't come up with trainers and you know
Ooh,
I didn't come up with people in my ear telling me exactly what to do, little tedious boring stuff. And this is just from an athletic and sports point of view. I didn't have people telling me that. So I had to figure out myself, scrap it up in myself, get it myself and figure out how to, become the dog that I am today. So I feel
Yeah.
like I'm in a position to, these children, these kids out here that want to open up, open up and become that person. That dog is the person that you're scared to become.
So
It's
you
a
want
dog.
the young boy, you want the young girls and guys, you want the young ones.
You could become a dog at 50, 60, 70. It doesn't matter what age you are. It's all a mentality thing. It's all a
Yeah.
mentality thing.
Yeah. Okay. But for your business purposes, you want well you tell us who are you who does
I'm
your
targeting
business
ath- I'm targeting athletes.
okay.
I'm helping with athletic performance, mobility, injury prevention. I'm doing all of that for the athletes
Okay.
to take them to the next level. All the little stuff that some of these trainers and coaches be missing, and I see it every day. Little stuff that they ain't doing, little stuff starts to stretching for like 10, 15 minutes before you even start working out.
Wow.
Um, Breathing techniques, stepping off with the right foot, little bitty stuff that you could put inside of your bag. I call it a bag. Everybody call it a bag now. You put stuff in your bag and makes your bag bigger so you can use it at any aspects of your career. Yeah, it's basically focused on athletics and athletes, but I also do personal training. Personal training, you want to lose some weight, you want to get in the gym, you want to get stronger, you want to strength train, you want to anything. I could do it all. So I got the experience in everything. I've tried a whole bunch of different stuff in the gym. So the time is now to get right and start. So I feel like Off the Leash is a perfect
It
brand name
really
for me because
is.
it's like it's time to break off the leash because everybody's on the leash of life. Everybody's on the leash.
I love it. I love
Everybody's
it.
on the
Love
leash.
it.
So get off the leash and get right.
Well, you know what? You took the leash off of me in my golden years. You know, being in the military, I was always physically active. You know, I've ran up to 4 miles a day. That was way before marriage and children. But I loved being in shape. I loved exercising. I always have. Being in my golden years, I was like, okay, I don't want to be a frail, flabby, old woman. I wanted to age and I wanted to be fit. Um, so when we were roommates, I mean, you gave me the plan, the workout plan, but it seemed like it worked, but you really push hard. You really push hard. Why do you push so, why do trainers push so freaking hard? It's like you were giving me, was it 40? However many reps to, I don't know what it was. It was like it was too much. I'm like, why are you giving me so much? Or was it so much in
The
my head?
average that I'm not calling you average, but since you were just getting into the fitness realm of things, the average person is going to come in thinking they can only do, say you're doing, just say I met you today and I tell you to squat for me till you stop.
You tell me to what?
So to squat,
Okay.
keep squatting till you can't squat no more. Just say you do 10 to 15. Me seeing you, I'm be like, you could do five more. You could do 10 more. It's all in the head. So I go hard or go home. As simple as that. You can go hard. You want to feel something. You want to feel your workout. You want to feel good when you leave the gym or when you finish working out. You can go in there and just do a few little reps and think you did something. But if you ain't feeling it, you ain't working. That's how I feel. So I'm gonna give you a good workout, a
So
good
that
time.
no
We're gonna have a
pain,
good
no
time.
gain is true. The no pain, no gain. You believe that?
Exactly. That's 100% true. I had a client today actually. We was out there running stadiums and his stomach was cramping up. I was like, is that all? Are you lightheaded? Or anything else? You're like, no, I'm just cramping. I like, all right, let's keep going. Cause
Wow.
what once you break that barrier,
Yeah.
you're gonna catch another cramp. You'll be like, okay, that's nothing. That's nothing. You know how to fight through it. So as time went on, he picked up the pace. I'm telling him, fight through it. The only way to get to where you want is on the outside of pain. stuff doesn't happen good to people in life until you go through something. You can't just get what you want without going through anything. So it translates to
That's true.
fitness also.
That's true. So, talking about, let's go back to the stadiums. Now, you had your 3-year-old and your 4-year-old out there doing stadiums. You always have them out there doing something. They stay active. What would you tell parents and even grandparents of children, especially toddlers, when it comes to physical activity in the world
At that
of
age, at that age, just let them go outside. That's all you got to do. Just let them go outside. They'll figure out stuff. They start running around. They ripping and running. They picking up stuff. At that age, from walking stage all the way up to 5, 6, 7 till then, when 5, 6, 7 when you start seeing really what they want to do. But the taller age, all you gotta do is let them go outside, let them run around. You try to them run in the house, take them outside. They're gonna be like, oh, we outside, because I know a lot of toddlers don't be outside like that. My boys stay outside all day, every day. So just changing that up and letting them go outside is already a plus for toddlers, in my opinion, because they get in sunlight, they running around, they can run freely, take them to the park, they can run around with their heads cut off as long as they want to, however long. Like I said, even 30 minutes just out there. For toddlers, they need to be outside no matter what they're doing. That's enough physical activity for them alone. Boys, girls.
okay, these days, if the child is outside, it needs to be somebody out there watching. Now, I can hear a parent saying, I don't have time to go outside. I got things to do, or it's too hot to go outside.
If
There's
you
an
ain't got no job,
excuse.
if you ain't got no job 24 hours, where you at work 24 hours, you have the time. Go tell everybody that's watching live to check that screen time, and I better say 8, 9, 10 hours. The time when you just sitting there scrolling. That's what I said. That's where we go back to the want. You got to really want it for you and your children. That's just straightforward. It's nothing. You can't beat around the bush with fitness. You can't cheat yourself because it's going to show it on whatever. You could say you've been going to the gym, you've been drinking water, but it's going to show. And now I'm at the
It
point
is.
now where I could visually see if you locked in or not. I could visually see if you've been
Am I
drinking water or
locked?
not. So
Am I locked
you
in?
locked in. You locked in.
Oh.
You might be a little more locked in than me, actually. You locked in. I can
Oh,
see.
God.
So people
Okay.
say they don't have time. People say they don't have time. And I get it. You got single moms out there. You got single dads out there. You got working and you got to get off and go get the kids and go back home and go cook. But you get a routine, everything gonna line up. Simple as that. There's nothing else around it.
And
Nothing else.
you probably were one of the busiest persons working. You always made time for the boys. You always made time for the gym. You always had a reason, a solution for an excuse. You never made excuses. And that's why I feel like, okay, you're doing what a lot of people want to do, but don't have that drive. They don't have that want, that dog in them to come out. Answer Ashley's. Can you see her comment?
I see it. What time frame do you recommend for stretching before a workout? Literally 10 minutes before you start working out. 10 to 15 minutes. Good little
Okay.
stretch. You ain't got to do nothing crazy, but as long as you stretching, each stretch for about 30 seconds, get you a good stretch in for about 10 minutes, and then you're good to go.
Well,
10
shoot,
minutes out your day.
some people their workout is 10 minutes. Their workout might be 10 minutes.
It's hard to get a workout in 10 minutes. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's hard. 30 minutes. 30 minutes is the max at least.
At least, at least. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to. We're going to close, but I wanted to share a little bit more. Let me find my. Okay. That. There seems to be some people that are also catering to young athletes that are having some camps that I want to share for them. So, Javon, as I place them up, you Explain it.
Shout out to Spoon, man. You know, real Pensacola legend, man. Go to Spoon Jamboree back to school. I don't know if he's doing a football camp. Let me see. He basically giving back to the community for school, man. Spoon a real good
Okay.
dude from Pensacola, giving back to the city, man. And it's free. Everything's free. So just pull up. That's all you have to do is show up.
And what's that date where they can, I
I can't
guess,
see the date over here.
I think
July 12th. July
July
12th
12th.
for Devin Witherspoon's camp jamboree. Then we got Martin Lindsay, Rincey, Martin Emerson football camp. This the third annual. You know, it's
And you
free.
assisted with that 1 year, right? You helped with that
Yes, I
1 year.
have. I don't know if I'm gonna make this one, but I have assisted with this year. They had over like 300, 400 children out there, man. It was great, and it's
Wow.
all free. All
Wow.
free. Good work. Good role models out there, and you know, Martin, my guy, man. Shout out to Martin.
And the Cleveland Browns, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, and the New York Giants. You know, even though that's my boy, I can't go against the Giants. I'm a Martin Emerson fan and a Devin Witherspoon fan and a New York Giants fan. So
You're
wherever
done.
they go, I go. I rep them to the end. Shout out to Tom G. Tom G. Yeah, man. Me and Tom G. That's like my brother, man. That's my brother for sure, right there. We both started the personal trainer certification kind of around the same time, and we both ended around at the same time. So we both certified, and he's already making moves in the city already. So just be on the
Yeah, he
lookout for
is.
him.
He
Be on the
is.
lookout
Now,
for him, man. And
look
big
at that
things
six
coming up.
pack.
I know, right? I know,
Wow.
right?
He's like one big
Tom,
muscle. When you see him in
he's
person,
the
he's like one big muscle.
Tommy is the reason. He's the one that got me motivated to start working out. Way down
Really?
from down, yes, from downrange, working out overseas and coming back and trying to get in shape. Tommy been in the gym. He been in there, been in there. And I was always, I ain't going in the gym unless I'm playing basketball. I ain't doing nothing else but as I got older and started him, he working out, he running now. You got to do all of it. You got to do all of it. You can't cut no corners. So I could give him his flowers for that for sure. He the one that got me actually in the gym. He's the one
Okay,
that took,
Tommy.
yeah,
Okay,
he
Tommy.
he took me under his wing for sure and got me right. And then once you get somebody under your wing, you gotta let them go. You gotta let them fly. So we both
Yeah.
flying now. So we good. Shout out to Tom G. To Jency.
And Tommy and Devin, I will do the same for you. If you want to come
Dap,
on and
built
share.
built different, built different. I've been waiting on Dap to drop this training flyer, man. He been talking about it for a while, man. So I'm excited to
Yeah.
see what he gonna do with that
And
for
he's in
sure.
South Florida, right?
I don't know where that bet is actually, but he
I
got
think,
online training. He gonna stay on you. He don't play it in that gym for real. He don't play around.
yeah.
So
And you guys
he
came
does
up
online. He does on.
around this, came up around the same time, and it's just good to see you all promoting physical fitness, just promoting good health and wellness. So shout out to them, and for you all, if you're watching, I'll be more than happy to share to do for you what I did for Javon, because like, we're all family. So in closing, Javon, in closing, you share last words, and give a little inspiration for those who want to work out and just can't seem to stick with it and want to stick with it.
All right, I learned this. I kind of picked this up the other day. Treat the days as building a brick house. You have to lay the foundation. You have to lay it out, and each brick builds your house. So if you want to start tomorrow, you get up, 30-minute walk, drink water all day. That's one brick in your house. Soon you're gonna have a mansion. You keep adding it up. You're gonna have a house on the beach. You're gonna have a house wherever you want. And I'm talking about physically, mentally also. Build those bricks, man, because in the end, it's limitless. You could just build whatever. Just build onto yourself, build a house mentally, and become a dog. Off the leash, get off that leash, man, because you in the backyard on the rope, on the leash. can't go nowhere because you. When in reality, you could just, get off the leash and go travel the world, go see what's up. Off the leash athletics. I like that. That's nice.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I love it. Well, good luck. Well, you don't need luck because luck is for the ill prepared. Um, Blessings on your business and your clientele that is growing. Congratulations on your certification and just putting the word out there and being an example. Thank you for being an example in my life. I am proud of you, and you can change our family's bloodline, the legacy, by doing what you're doing, because every family needs at least one person to make a difference and to do the right thing.
You're right.
So thank
You're
you.
right.
If you're in the Central Florida area, you can contact
Central Texas. I ain't in Florida.
Central
We up in
Texas,
Texas.
Central Texas, Central Texas. Sorry, Central Texas. You're from Florida. Central
Yes,
Texas.
Pensacola. I'm straight from Pensacola. A50. Never disrespected. I'm out here.
Yeah, so the number is below 254-345-7325.
Yes.
7325. That's the number. So thank you for your time. Come back, Coach Vaughn. Maybe you can be live with Coach Vaughn maybe once a month or every other week or as often, just to give like maybe 15 minutes of inspiration and to help grow your clientele. Give us some tips. Give us some, everybody wants something free. Give us some free tips and tools for fitness.
Well, the free tip to change your life is walk for a few minutes and drink some water.
There you go. There you go. Can't go wrong with that.
That's it.
That's it. Can't go wrong with that. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us and Coach Vaughn with Off the Leash Athletics. Ooh, ooh.
Ooh, ooh,
See you
ooh.
later.